out in the open air again, and yeah, this is actually a train station. We've just come out of there, so we've come up from the tube up to the next level, and then you've got a train station. So what an impressive building that is to have for a train station. We've got a 7-minute walk, no, 11-minute walk or an 8-minute tram ride, so I think we're going to be walking for the moment. But I'd like to get a photograph of the tram, so I'm going to keep my eyes open for it. And just snap a few shots as I walk along, really. Not sure what I want to shoot. If I see something like this building in front of me, I might just have to take it. Right, so coming up to one of the places we tried to have a look on the map, I've got a funny feeling the actual staircase we come to look at is not easy to get to. But look at this. We've got nice shapes and lines and stuff like that, and I've just noticed a nice little red fire hydrant put in the bottom corner, which looks pretty good. So I think we're just going to have a look and see if I can find some diagonals and shapes and textures and, you know, just stuff like that, because yeah, someone's plonked an ice rink right in front of the stairway that we wanted to photograph. It's just typical, isn't it? Ice rinks pop up everywhere. Pretty awesome, to be honest. These lines and shapes in here are just something else. The wide angle lens definitely helps as well. I think we've put in the wide angle lens, got a lovely flow through the image just here. This is really cool. Looks like a big wave flying through the sky. Big super wave. Oh. Fill your boots or what? This is just so easy, just to be picking different things that all I'm doing is just holding the camera and just taking photographs of different things that catch in my eye, like this tube, this tunnel. It's a lift or a stairway, but it just makes such a nice geometric shape. And what I want to try and do though each time I take it is have the central line perfectly straight and keep everything nice and even. And don't try and break the lines and bend everything unless it needs bending, like a big wave. I mean, this looks like a big wave. Look at this in front here. This is super cool, really is. Just walking around with my head up in the air. You can just look at the lines and the shapes. The art in this, and the difficulty is just getting everything to line up and getting the textures and stuff like that. Oh, and I like this fire hydrant and a hose in the middle of a shopping centre. Wow, this is crazy. Very close to getting time for coffee, I think. And before I do, I just want to show you this one. This is incredible. I just lost Marta, looking all over the place for her, and she tells me she's in a big igloo. Of course she is. Everyone wants to be in a big igloo, don't they, at the end of the day? Coffee then. Coming up on our next location now. This one's pretty unique as well, pretty cool, and one worthy of a photograph, even though it's only going to be a record photograph, because I don't think you can take it in any other light than what it actually is. And it's just appeared in front of me now. What a building, and what on earth is it? It's actually a load of gardens attached together, I think, and it's just making one massive big building. It's mental. So let's have a little look at this building, shall we? There's a few around here actually I quite like, but this one here is absolutely mental, and I like the white. Yeah, I like the yellow building in front of it actually. Let me just look down these steps. The yellow building at the bottom makes it look quite interesting, so I might try and get one here and then move around and get it on its own. But oh my god, it's insane. It's just trees growing out of a skyscraper. Marta's just come up with a really interesting one. That's called the Vertical Forest, and it won an award for the most beautiful skyscraper or block of flats or whatever in 2014, I think. And it's called the Vertical Forest for obvious reasons. It's a forest vertically, but she's just come up with a really good point. How do they know how heavy it is? Trees are growing, so they're getting bigger and bigger and heavier and heavier, and they're watering them. How do you know how much water, how heavy can you take before those platforms actually collapse. That's really food for thought. See up above my head, there's actually two of them. So where we were stood before, you could only see one, but there's actually two buildings, and both of them are covered in trees. But this one on my right hand side, or your left probably looking at it, is definitely the bigger of the two. But how amazing is that? Just over the road from those other buildings are behind me there, you can see. So now we'll come round to this lot, and we've got these buildings here, and I just love all these shapes and textures and all the reflections, and this massive big skyscraper thing behind me. Look at the sky reflected in that, it just looks amazing. So again, I'm just a handheld point and shoot. Let's see what I can come up with. It's time for a bit of competition, I think. Marta's got that smile on her face. Look, she's got that smile on her face where she knows she's looking for a shot. Like I say, she likes using her phone for a shot. I've just spotted half of one. But yeah, we've got water down here, and this means it's game on. It's game on for a reflection competition. Let's see who can get the best. Let's see who can come up with a really good reflection shot. But it can't be hard, can it? You've only got to look down, and there's got to be something here. Game on. If ever there was anything weird, this is another one of them. Look at this, all these little funnels, and I think you get sound, hello, coming out down the bottom. Buongiorno. So there's people downstairs and they're on a different level downstairs. And I think if you talk down these, it actually echoes down the bottom, so it'd be interesting to find out. Summoned as well. It's time to have a more of a snack and get some more food down there. So it's time to sit down, have a bit of yogurt and some granola, and then yeah, I'm going to show Marta this little interesting thing that I've just found and see if we can get someone's attention down there. I found a thing that we can play with people with. she's excited, really. One of the worst colours. We're coming up on another bit of a landmark. Some art which was inspired, I think this inspired the one in France. I think that's the way round, if I remember rightly. I did have a look at it once upon a time before we came.
It's not this one.
Is it not this arch? I thought it was this one. Oh no, maybe it's not this one then. I've just been told it's not this one. It's just an arch. Pretty, but not the one I was thinking of then. This arch is Garibaldi apparently. Porta Garibaldi. I thought it was. This was the one that's inspired.
Well, it's still Stone Getaway, but it's
Yeah.
not the one that we want to see.
Oh, it's not the one we want to see, but I think that is the one that's inspired the one in France. Right, moving on. Got to keep going. I was just about to say, this is a very interesting set of traffic lights. We've got 3 sets of traffic lights here in front of us, going across this road here. So we've got 3 lights. So we've got traffic, tram, traffic and traffic. 4 sets of lights there is. 1, 2, 3, it's 4.
Wow. But then you've got 3 signs, isn't it? You've got
3
red,
signs. We can't see the one in the
and
middle
green.
though, can we? Where the,
So red, stop. Orange, walk for your own, in your own responsibility.
yeah.
And red and green, obviously,
And
go.
green go. But green doesn't actually mean go either sometimes, because green means go as long as there's no cars coming from the left or the right, whichever way around it is, which is what I've noticed when I'm driving, that people still walk out in front of you. Another one of Marta's ever-ending list of locations. Monument Cemetery.
Well,
Monument
that's in
Cemetery. Oh, that was the English. Yeah, big white building with some black stripes on it. Right, let's have a look and see at this. We've got lots of big cemetery sculptures. Yeah, that'd be a white van man. Just had an ambulance go by as well. What's that? No taking your clothes off. It looks like no bikinis, no bathing costumes. Just in case you thought you were going to. Yeah. So just remember what this place is actually. I remember Marta showing me this before. It's not just about this big white building that's obviously here behind us that we just walked through. It's about the actual cemetery garden that we're in at the moment, and there are some massive cribs and tombstones and burial grounds and whatever you want to call them, however you want to do them, but all the people, all the sculptures have misery to them. If you look at them, I remember seeing them on the photos, they all look, normally angels look quite angely, does that make sense? But these are like quite sorrowful and woeful. So yeah, I'm going to take a few pictures as I walk around here. So I'll put them up and show you. And again, this is another one of those slow down, reflect, and let's just take some of this in. come up on some absolutely enormous, the biggest I've ever seen, crypts or whatever you call them. Look at the size of this. They're like small houses. These things are huge, absolutely huge. I've just looked up in front of me as well. Not only all these ones that we just walked past, this is like, it's like a city of its own. This place is massive, and these are honestly beyond belief for size. I've never seen anything as big as these. Wow. Just to give you a sense of scale to the size of this thing, look at it above my head. It's just massive, absolutely massive. That's got to be some farmer thing or something. It's just, and there's a modern one. How weird is that? A modern one right in the middle. And this, well, definitely get some vampire vibes in that around here. Oh, there's a pyramid. I've just noticed a pyramid as well. Gee.
I would not like to walk around.
We are now on the move, making our way to our next location, and it looks like we're in little Italian Chinatown. In fact, it definitely is, just by the decor and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
Mr. Anwaldi
Mr. Anwaldi.
in the background, yeah.
Oh, music playing in the background, yeah.
It's just
But that cemetery was something else. But yeah, very somber place. Not the sort of place you want to go for larking around, is it really? I'll check back in. It'll probably be a bit dark when we get there, but I'll check back in and see you when we get to the next one. Next location, and anyone that knows this place, anyone that's been watching this and thinking, that guy's an idiot, he was telling us all about that arch. I meant to do it on purpose, because the arch that was inspiring the arch in Paris is this one down here. So how cool are we? We're actually managed to get on one of the little old wooden trams, and she's quite a ride. She's got a bit of acceleration on her, and yeah, a little bit jerky, so you do need to hold on for dear life because it throws you all over the place. We're getting off at our next location. Oh, there goes a tram next to us there as well. And yeah, hopefully I'm going to try and get a couple of shots of these trams as they pull away. Not very easy when it's dark though. Back off the tram. That apparently is one of the oldest trams in the world, did you say?
Not in the world, in Milan.
In Milan, one of the oldest trams in Milan, which is pretty cool. And I got a couple of snaps just as it pulled away, and I think I managed to cork one and get one that looks pretty good. Yeah, it's now getting dark. Well, it is dark. You can see there we're stood under a street light. We're just checking out. We're heading towards the canal.
Left, right.
Always a good place to go in the dark, is the canal. But yeah, we want to go down the canal, see if we can get a couple of sort of reflection shots before we call it. And I know this has been a massively long video, but hopefully you're still with me. And if you are, drop me a comment and tell me why. Is it because I'm fantastically interesting, or is it because I've got a good co-pilot?
I never saw it later. So
Pretty, isn't it?
fine.
It's going to be pretty on the beach. We're on the canal. All these people on the bridge, and that's a pretty cool boat behind as well, actually. So I think I'm going to have to get the camera off and get a couple of shots of this. It's quite pretty. I've got the tripod with me as well, just in case I need it. But yeah, we've now made it to the canal. Well, we have made it down to the end of the canal. We came over the bridge at the end and doubling back on ourselves, we're heading really back now towards the metro. Time to get back on the tube and make our way back to the car, if I can find it. And then I've got to get back on the Autobahn or the motorway, whatever you want to call it, and then have an argument with the toll office again, as I'm bound to when I get back there. But it's been an enjoyable day. It's been fun walking around Milan. It's been fun checking out quite a few of the locations, and I think I've got a couple of pretty cool photographs, to be honest, as well today, which makes a change for this holiday because it's been a bit street snappy, but there's been a couple of interesting ones, I think, to crop up. The cemetery was mad. Those buildings, the modern buildings, were mad. That building with the trees were mad. And yeah, no, it's been pretty, and it was mad going on the roof, wasn't it, as well? Maybe this video should be called the mad video because it's been a bit insane, really. I'm going to do another location tomorrow. We're heading towards Verano, which is a bit nerve-wracking because we're also catching a plane as well tomorrow, but not until tomorrow evening. So yeah, as long as the car don't break down on the Autobahn, we'll be fine because we've got to get back. And it's also, I know you'll be watching this in sometime in a few months' time, but it's actually New Year's coming up as well tomorrow night, so that's going to be an interesting one on the plane. So yeah, so drop us a comment, don't forget like and subscribe. I'm going to end now. You might see a couple of images if I snap a few along the canal, but I think I'm pretty much done. We've just had a coffee and a bit of pizza as well, which was quite nice to finish the day. So yeah, till next time, ciao for now. And it's a proper ciao for now, arrivederci, and anything else we can come up with.
Yeah.
See you soon. Ta-da.
Bye.